Alex slowly opened his eyes, blinking against the soft light of the small tent. He felt weak, his body heavy as if he had been carrying a great weight for days. The air smelled of antiseptic and herbs, sharp and clean. He tried to move, but pain shot through his side. Confused, he realized he could not remember how he got here. A soft voice broke the silence. "You're awake." Alex turned his head and saw a young woman standing nearby. She wore a simple white uniform and a gentle smile. Her hair was tied back, and her eyes were calm but alert. "Take it slow. Don't move too quickly," she said. Where am I?" Alex asked, his voice hoarse. "You are safe," she replied, stepping closer. "This is a medical tent. You were in an accident outside." Alex tried to remember. Bits and pieces came back. He had been exploring the planet for a research mission. The sky was a deep orange with streaks of purple clouds. His small spacecraft had malfunctioned, sending him crashing into the rocky terrain. He shivered at the memory. "My name is Alex," he said, trying to sit up. Pain reminded him to be careful. "I'm Mara," the nurse said kindly. She placed a hand on his shoulder to steady him. "Rest for now. You need energy to recover." Alex watched her work. She moved with precision, checking his wounds, wrapping a bandage around his arm. There was something comforting about her presence, a calmness that made the fear inside him fade. Outside the tent, the wind carried strange sounds. Alien creatures called in the distance, their cries echoing over the rocky hills. Alex felt a pang of loneliness. He was far from home, surrounded by an unfamiliar world, but somehow, Mara's presence made it easier to breathe. "You had a rough landing," Mara said softly. "The tent is secure. No one can reach you here." Alex nodded, grateful but still restless. "I need to understand what happened. How long have I been unconscious?" 2 days, Mara replied. She handed him a small cup of water. "Drink slowly." Alex obeyed, feeling the cool liquid soothe his dry throat. As he drank, he noticed small details in the tent. Shelves held neatly organized supplies. There were a few strange plants in pots, glowing softly. A small tablet on a stand displayed alien maps and notes. It was clear that this place was more than just a temporary shelter. Someone had planned carefully for emergencies like his. "Why am I here? Who are you helping?" Alex asked, curiosity creeping in. Mara hesitated for a moment before answering. "This is part of a research and protection station. We study this planet and help travelers or explorers in need. You were lucky that we found you quickly." Alex leaned back, trying to absorb her words. "I was alone. I thought I might not make it." "You made it," Mara said firmly. "And you will continue to make it. But you need rest first. I will check on you regularly." As he relaxed, Alex's eyes grew heavy. Sleep began to pull him under, and he noticed that Mara stayed close, watching him with concern. Even in the dim light, her gaze seemed steady, attentive, as if she understood the thoughts he had not spoken aloud. In the middle of the night, Alex dreamed. In the dream, he wandered through glowing forests and strange mountains. His voice carried words he did not recognize, whispering secrets to the wind. He did not realize he was speaking aloud, but Mara, sitting quietly in the corner, leaned closer to listen. She smiled faintly, writing something in her small notebook. Morning arrived with a soft golden light filtering through the tent. Alex woke again, this time feeling a little stronger. His wounds still ached, but he could move more freely. Mara was already preparing breakfast, simple food but nourishing. "You slept well," she said, noticing him stirring. "Your body needed it?" Alex nodded, sitting up carefully. "Thank you, Mara. I don't know how I can repay you. Rest and recover." "That is enough," she said. Her smile reassured him, and he realized that for the first time since the crash, he felt safe. Outside the tent, the alien world continued its strange calls. Alex knew that dangers waited beyond the tent's protection. Yet, seeing Mara, seeing someone who cared, made him feel a spark of hope. Maybe he could survive here. Maybe he could even make a difference. As he ate breakfast, Alex thought about the journey ahead. The planet was mysterious and dangerous, but he was not completely alone. Mara's watchful presence reminded him that even in the unknown, there was kindness and human strength. He did not yet know the role he would play, or the challenges awaiting him, but for the first time, he felt a connection, a reason to keep moving forward. He was awake, he was alive, and the story of his survival was only just beginning. Alex spent the day resting in the small medical tent, but sleep did not come easily. His mind replayed flashes of the crash, the spinning rocks, and the strange alien lights in the sky. He could not shake the feeling that the planet was watching him, that every shadow held a secret. Mara moved quietly around the tent, checking his bandages and preparing a small tray of food. "You should try to sleep again," Mara said gently. "Rest will help your body heal faster." Alex nodded, though unease settled in his chest. He lay back, staring at the soft light filtering through the canvas. The sounds outside were strange, almost musical, and the wind carried scents he could not name. Despite the peaceful moment, he felt a pull toward the forest that spread across the horizon, tall alien trees with glowing leaves swaying gently in the breeze. As sleep finally claimed him, Alex began to dream again. In the dream, he walked among enormous crystal formations that hummed when touched. He spoke aloud without realizing it, words flowing in a language he did not understand. The crystals vibrated in response, and a soft light followed his movements. Mara, sitting quietly nearby in a corner of the tent, noticed his voice. She leaned closer, curious. Alex had been speaking in his sleep for hours now, muttering phrases that made no sense to him but seemed to contain meaning to someone who knew what to listen for. She carefully took notes, her fingers moving over the small tablet she carried. Hours passed, and the dream shifted. Alex now saw strange symbols glowing in the air above a distant hill. He spoke them aloud, softer this time, almost as if he were calling someone. The symbols seemed to respond to his words, pulsing with bright colors that illuminated the forest. Mara's eyes widened slightly. These were not random words. They were patterns, instructions, something important. Alex woke suddenly, sitting up and breathing heavily. His heart pounded, and the memory of the dream lingered like smoke. Mara was already beside him, tablet in hand, her expression calm but focused. "You talk in your sleep," she said softly. "I heard what you said. It might help us understand the planet better." Alex blinked, confused and embarrassed. I didn't know. I was dreaming. Did I say something important?" Mara hesitated. "I'm not completely sure yet, but it seems like your dreams are connected to the patterns on this planet. Your mind, it reacts to the environment in ways we don't fully understand." Alex tried to process this. He had always been logical, scientific, focused on data he could control. but now his unconscious mind was giving information he could not even comprehend while awake. He felt a mix of fear and fascination. "You should try to rest again," Mara said. "I'll be here. I will watch and take notes. Maybe we can learn from it." Alex nodded slowly. He lay back, feeling Mara's presence like a shield against the strange world outside. Sleep came again, lighter this time, and his dreams returned to the glowing forest. This time, the forest seemed to move with him. Paths appeared where none had existed, and creatures with translucent wings flitted through the air. Alex spoke again, whispering the same phrases as before. Mara leaned closer, recording the sequences, her mind racing to understand their meaning. Hours later, Alex woke once more, feeling the energy of the dream linger. Mara offered him water and a small meal, her calm demeanor grounding him. "You are stronger than you realize," she said. "Even in sleep, your mind works in ways that could help people. You may not see it yet, but your presence here matters." Alex looked at her, surprised. "You really think so?" "I know so," Mara replied firmly. "Your mind reacts to this world naturally. It is remarkable. And it may be the key to surviving here and learning the secrets this planet holds." Alex felt a strange mix of pride and uncertainty. He had survived a crash, and now his own unconscious thoughts could guide them. He realized that even though he was far from home, he was not helpless. Mara's confidence gave him courage. The day passed slowly, the alien sun casting warm light across the tent. Outside, shadows shifted among the glowing trees, and the wind carried soft calls of distant creatures. Alex could feel the pull of the unknown, the desire to explore, to understand, and to help. As night fell again, Alex prepared for sleep with a sense of purpose. He knew Mara would watch over him, and he understood that his dreams might reveal more than he could see with his waking mind. He closed his eyes, feeling the soft hum of the alien world around him, ready for whatever secrets the night would bring. Mara watched him closely, noting every word, every sound. She understood that this was just the beginning. Alex's connection to the planet was unique, and it could change everything for those who were trying to survive and explore this new world. In the quiet of the medical tent, Alex slept, unaware of the importance of his unconscious words, while Mara prepared for the challenges ahead. Together, they were beginning a journey that would test courage, knowledge, and the strength of human ingenuity in a strange and dangerous world. Alex woke to the soft glow of dawn filtering through the tent. His body felt stronger, and the pain from the crash had lessened. He sat up slowly, careful not to strain himself, and found Mara already at work, preparing his breakfast. "Good morning," she said with a gentle smile. "You slept well. Your body needed it?" Alex nodded. "I feel a little better today. I want to understand more about this place." Mara handed him a cup of warm liquid. "One step at a time. First, you must recover fully. Then we can explore. But I want to show you something important." Curiosity sparked in Alex's mind. Mara led him to a corner of the tent, where she had placed a small tablet. On its screen were recordings of his sleep talking from the previous night. Alex stared at the words, trying to make sense of them. "I didn't realize I was saying anything," he said quietly. "You spoke in patterns," Mara explained. "Certain words repeated, and the way you said them matches the signals we have observed in this area. I believe your mind is reacting to the environment. These patterns may help us understand the planet's energy fields." Alex leaned closer, examining the recordings. Strange symbols flashed across the screen, shifting and glowing faintly. He could not recognize the meaning, yet he felt a connection to the sequences. Could this really help? He asked, a mix of doubt and hope in his voice. Mara nodded. We won't know until we try. Your sleep talking may be a guide, showing us paths and patterns we cannot see while awake. It is remarkable. Alex felt a surge of responsibility. Even while unconscious, he could make a difference. The thought filled him with determination. Later, Mara helped Alex stand and guided him outside the tent. The alien landscape stretched endlessly, filled with glowing trees, jagged rocks, and distant mountains. Strange creatures moved through the shadows, some small and harmless, others large and intimidating. The planet was alive with sound and color. You should not wander far yet, Mara warned. The terrain can be dangerous. But you can observe and learn. Alex nodded, taking in the scenery. He noticed subtle patterns in the trees and the way the light shifted over the rocks. Something about the world seemed to respond to his presence, as if it recognized him. As the day passed, Alex continued to recover while observing the environment. Mara stayed close, explaining what she knew about the planet and its unique energy signals. Occasionally, Alex felt a strange sensation, a hum in the air that seemed to call to him. When he later fell asleep, his dreams returned to the glowing forest, and he spoke again, repeating the words that seemed to awaken the symbols in his mind. Mara watched silently, recording each phrase. She realized that Alex's unconscious speech was not random. It contained information about safe paths, hidden dangers, and the flow of energy across the planet. The next morning, Mara decided it was time to test the information Alex's sleep talking had provided. She led him to a small canyon near the base of the mountains. Alex walked carefully, his eyes scanning the rocks and plants. He spoke softly, almost without thinking, repeating phrases from his dreams. As he spoke, a hidden path became visible, revealed by the subtle shimmer of the energy fields. Mara's eyes widened. The patterns were real. Alex's sleep talking was guiding them. This is incredible, Mara said. You are helping us find paths we could never see before. Your mind has a connection to this world that is beyond understanding. Alex felt a mix of awe and pride. Even after the crash, even far from home, he could contribute in ways he never imagined. Mara's trust encouraged him, giving him the confidence to follow the path that had appeared. They moved carefully through the canyon, following the trail revealed by Alex's words. Strange sounds echoed off the rocks, but they felt safe together. Mara explained how their observations could help build shelters, avoid dangerous areas, and study the planet's energy for future missions. By the time they returned to the tent, Alex felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The sleep talking that had once embarrassed him was now a source of insight and guidance. Mara smiled at him, proud and sincere. You are more than just a survivor, she said. You are a key to understanding this world. Your mind, even while asleep, is extraordinary. Alex looked at her, realizing how much he had grown since waking in the tent. The crash, the uncertainty, and the strange dreams had all led him to this moment. He understood that his connection to the planet and to Mara was part of something greater, a chance to make a difference in a world full of mysteries. As night fell, Alex prepared for sleep with purpose. He knew that his dreams held knowledge waiting to be discovered, and that Mara would be there to help interpret them. The quiet hum of the alien world surrounded them, a constant reminder of the adventure and challenges ahead. For the first time since the crash, Alex felt fully awake not just in body, but in mind and spirit. He was ready to face the unknown, guided by the mysterious words his mind spoke in sleep, and supported by the calm determination of Mara. Together, they were beginning to understand that even in the strangest and most dangerous places, human ingenuity and courage could find a way. The planet was alive, the mysteries deep, but Alex and Mara were ready to explore, to learn, and to survive. Alex woke to the sound of wind rustling through the alien trees. The light outside the tent was brighter now, painting the landscape in shades of gold and green. He stretched carefully, feeling stronger than the day before. Mara was already outside, examining the plants near the tent. "Good morning," she called. "Today, we start training for exploration. You need to learn how to move safely in this world." Alex nodded, curiosity and determination sparking in his chest. "I am ready. What should I do first?" Mara handed him a small, light pack and pointed toward a gentle slope nearby. "We will start with basic movement and observation. You need to be aware of the terrain, the plants, and the creatures. Watch carefully and think about how to react if danger appears." Alex followed her instructions, moving slowly over the rocks and soft moss. Mara observed him, offering guidance when he stumbled or misjudged a step. Even small details mattered: the direction of the wind, the shimmer of alien light on a plant, or the soft vibration of the ground. "You are learning quickly," Mara said with a smile. "Humans are clever, even in unfamiliar environments. Pay attention to everything. This world responds to awareness and care." As they moved, Alex noticed that his dreams from the night before seemed to guide his instincts. He remembered the words he had spoken in sleep, the patterns of energy he had felt, and they helped him anticipate the safest path. Mara watched in quiet admiration, realizing that Alex's connection to the planet was unique. After hours of careful movement, they rested near a small stream that shimmered with an unusual light. The water flowed smoothly, reflecting the colors of the sky and the alien plants around them. Alex knelt and dipped his hand in, feeling a strange, tingling sensation. "This stream is part of the planet's energy system," Mara explained. "It helps balance the environment. Notice how it flows and changes. Understanding this will help you survive and move efficiently." Alex nodded, studying the water carefully. He realized that every movement and sound in this world had meaning. Even the smallest ripple could reveal hidden paths or approaching creatures. He felt a thrill of excitement. Learning this world was like learning a new language. After a short break, Mara led Alex to a rocky outcrop that overlooked the forest. She handed him a small device to record observations. "This will help you remember what you see. Document patterns, movements, and anything unusual. Humans are strong when they notice details." Alex began taking notes, sketching the shapes of plants and the movements of creatures. He realized that every day, his knowledge would grow, and he would become stronger and more capable. Mara watched him quietly, her respect for him increasing with every observation. As the sun began to lower, they practiced navigation through the dense forest. Alex moved cautiously, feeling the hum of the ground beneath him and the soft sway of plants brushing his arms. He spoke quietly, repeating phrases from his sleep that seemed to resonate with the energy of the land. Some paths appeared clearer, as if the world responded to his presence. Mara smiled quietly. "You are learning to work with the planet, not against it. That is why you are different. Most humans could not sense this." By the end of the day, Alex was tired but satisfied. His muscles ached, but his mind was alive with understanding. He realized that training was not just about strength or speed, it was about observation, patience, and connection. Back at the tent, Mara prepared a simple meal. Alex ate slowly, reflecting on what he had learned. The planet was alive, full of challenges, but also full of guidance for those who could notice and understand. He felt a growing confidence that he could survive here and even help others in the future. Mara watched him thoughtfully. You are not just surviving. You are becoming part of this world. Your mind, your instincts, and even your dreams are helping you learn quickly. Humans are capable of more than they realize. Alex looked at her and smiled. I feel stronger already. I understand why you wanted me to observe and move carefully. This world is amazing, but I want to be ready for anything. Mara nodded. Tomorrow, we will practice responding to real dangers. You will see that observation and careful thinking can keep you safe. Your mind, your instincts, and your courage will all be tested. Alex felt a mix of excitement and determination. The training had given him a sense of purpose. He understood that survival was not just about strength, it was about learning, observing, and trusting his instincts. With Mara guiding him, he felt ready to face whatever challenges the planet held. As night fell, Alex prepared for sleep, feeling both tired and energized. He thought about the lessons of the day, the patterns, the movements, and the energy of the world around him. He knew that tomorrow would bring new challenges, but he felt ready. Mara sat quietly nearby, recording his sleep patterns, prepared to watch and learn as Alex's mind continued to guide them both. The first true step in understanding this strange world had been taken. Alex knew that each day of training would bring new discoveries, and with Mara by his side, he felt a growing confidence in his ability to survive and thrive in the unknown. The morning air was cool and filled with the scent of alien plants. Alex stretched and took a deep breath, feeling the strength in his legs and the clarity in his mind. Today, Mara had told him, they would leave the safety of the tent and embark on their first real exploration mission. Are you ready? Mara asked, her calm eyes fixed on him. Alex nodded, his excitement and determination evident. Yes. I want to see what we can discover. They packed lightly, taking only what they would need, a few supplies, a device to record observations, and small tools for safety. Mara reminded him to stay aware of the surroundings, noting every movement, sound, and pattern. As they stepped out of the tent, the forest stretched before them. Sunlight filtered through the tall, glowing trees, casting intricate shadows across the soft ground. Strange creatures moved among the foliage, some small and curious, others large and cautious. Alex felt a thrill. This was what he had been preparing for. Stay close and follow my lead, Mara said. We will move carefully, observing everything. The planet reacts to awareness. If we pay attention, we can stay safe and find valuable information. Alex followed her, noticing the subtle vibrations in the ground beneath his feet. He remembered the patterns from his sleep-talking dreams, whispering them softly under his breath. Mara glanced at him, impressed. Even unconscious, his mind had provided guidance. Hours passed as they navigated through narrow valleys and dense groves. Alex kept a careful watch, recording observations on the device and noting paths that seemed safer or more dangerous. Mara shared her knowledge, pointing out energy patterns, hidden plants, and unusual formations. Together, they moved with caution and confidence. Suddenly, a rustle in the underbrush caught Alex's attention. He froze and whispered a phrase from his dream. The leaves and shadows shifted subtly, revealing a narrow passage that avoided a hidden pit. Mara smiled quietly. Alex's instincts, guided by his sleep-talking patterns, had saved them from danger. They continued along the path, growing more confident with each step. The alien landscape seemed alive, reacting to their presence. Streams shimmered, rocks vibrated faintly, and distant lights danced across the horizon. Alex felt connected to the world in a way he had never experienced before. After a few hours, they reached a clearing where the energy fields of the planet intersected. Strange symbols appeared in the air, glowing faintly and pulsing with rhythm. Alex hesitated, then whispered a series of words he remembered from his dreams. The symbols shifted, forming a pathway through the clearing. Mara watched in awe. "This is incredible," she said softly. "You are helping us read the planet. Your mind works with it naturally. Most humans could not sense this." Alex felt a mixture of pride and humility. Even after the crash and the uncertainty of the past days, he was contributing in a meaningful way. His connection to the planet, his awareness, and his courage were making a difference. They followed the pathway, carefully documenting every detail. Strange creatures watched from the shadows, curious but cautious. Alex moved slowly, whispering softly, allowing his instincts and dream patterns to guide him. Mara stayed close, recording everything and providing advice when needed. As the sun began to lower, they came upon a small hill that overlooked a vast valley. The view was breathtaking. Glowing plants stretched for miles, rivers of light flowed gently, and distant mountains shimmered in the fading sunlight. Alex felt awe and wonder. This was a world alive, full of mysteries, and he was part of it. Mara turned to him. "This is why exploration matters. Observation, care, and courage reveal things we could never see from a distance. You are helping us understand this world." Alex smiled, feeling a deep sense of purpose. "I never imagined my dreams would help in real life. It feels like I am seeing the world for the first time, awake and aware." They spent the remaining daylight documenting the valley, noting hidden paths, energy flows, and unusual plant formations. The work was careful and deliberate, requiring full attention. Alex realized that the lessons from the previous day's observation, patience, and connection were guiding him perfectly. As night approached, they returned to the tent, tired but satisfied. Alex felt a sense of achievement he had never known. The mission had been a success, and he understood the importance of his own abilities, his mind, and the bond with Mara. Mara prepared a simple meal, and they sat together, reviewing the day's findings. Alex knew that tomorrow would bring more challenges, more discoveries, and perhaps more dangers. Yet he felt ready. With observation, careful thought, and trust in each other, they could face whatever the planet held. As Alex lay down to sleep that night, he thought about the paths they had discovered, the patterns he had spoken in his dreams, and the bond growing with Mara. For the first time since the crash, he felt confident, capable, and connected. The planet was vast and full of mystery, but together, they were beginning to uncover its secrets and prove the power of human courage and ingenuity. The morning light spread softly across the alien forest. Alex stretched, feeling the strength in his legs from the previous days of training and exploration. Mara was already outside the tent, inspecting the area for any unusual activity. "Today will be different," she said, her voice calm but firm. "We need to test your abilities in a more challenging situation. There may be dangers that require quick thinking and observation." Alex nodded, determination in his eyes. "I am ready. I want to face whatever comes." They packed their supplies and began walking toward a rocky canyon that Mara had identified as a potential site for exploration. The path was narrow, with sharp rocks and shifting terrain. Alex moved carefully, remembering his training, watching every movement of the ground and the surrounding plants. As they entered the canyon, Alex sensed a subtle vibration beneath his feet. He paused and whispered a phrase from his sleep patterns. Mara noticed the movement of his lips and looked at him. Immediately, they adjusted their path, avoiding a hidden pit that had been partially covered by loose stones. "Good instinct," Mara said. "Your mind works with the environment naturally. Trust it." They continued, deeper into the canyon. The walls rose high on either side, and strange shadows moved along the rocks. Suddenly, a low rumble echoed through the canyon. Rocks shifted, and dust fell from above. Alex's heart raced. Mara held up a hand to signal him to stop. "Something is approaching," she whispered. "Stay alert." Alex focused on the vibrations and sounds. Using the patterns he had learned from his sleep talking and observations, he noticed a hidden passage to the side, partially blocked by debris. He led Mara carefully through it. The rumble grew louder, but they were safe from falling rocks. After the danger passed, they emerged into a small clearing. The canyon opened into a valley filled with glowing plants and shimmering streams. Alex felt a sense of relief but also awe at the beauty surrounding them. He realized that even in danger, the planet revealed its wonders to those who observed carefully. "This place is incredible," he said. "Even with the danger, it feels alive, almost aware of us." Mara nodded. "It responds to attention and care. You have learned to move with it, not against it. That is why you survived the canyon." They spent the next hours exploring the valley, documenting energy patterns, unusual formations, and hidden paths. Alex whispered phrases softly, following instincts guided by his sleep patterns. Mara recorded everything, noticing how Alex's mind seemed to connect with the environment. As the day went on, the sun began to lower, casting long shadows across the valley. They decided to return to the canyon entrance, but the path was not as clear. A sudden flash of movement caught Alex's attention. Small, fast creatures scuttled across the rocks, disturbed by their presence. Alex paused and whispered another sequence from his dreams. The creatures hesitated, and a narrow path opened through the rocks. Mara smiled quietly. "Your mind continues to guide us. Humans are capable of amazing things when they notice patterns and trust themselves." They moved carefully, but the canyon was not finished testing them. A sudden gust of wind swept through the rocks, carrying a fine layer of dust and debris. Alex felt the shift immediately and adjusted his footing. Mara followed his lead, moving silently beside him. Together, they navigated the final stretch with careful observation and trust in their instincts. By the time they reached the tent, Alex was tired but exhilarated. He had faced real danger, relied on his observations and instincts, and succeeded. Mara prepared a simple meal, and they sat quietly, reflecting on the day. "You did very well today," Mara said. "The canyon could have been deadly, but your mind and attention kept us safe. You are learning to work with the planet, not just survive it." Alex felt a sense of pride and accomplishment. "I understand now that observation and awareness are as important as strength. I never imagined my dreams and instincts could help in real life." Mara nodded. "Human minds are capable of more than we realize. With care, patience, and courage, you can face challenges that seem impossible." As night fell, Alex lay down to rest, feeling the satisfaction of the day's accomplishments. The canyon had tested him, but it had also shown him the power of human ingenuity and observation. Mara watched silently, noting every movement and sound, ready to guide him through future challenges. Alex closed his eyes, thinking of the patterns, the energy flows, and the dangers he had overcome. He understood that the planet was alive and that survival required more than strength, it required connection, awareness, and courage. He was ready for the next step, whatever it might be. The night was calm, filled with the sounds of alien life. Alex drifted into sleep with a sense of purpose. Mara continued her quiet watch, knowing that tomorrow would bring new discoveries, new tests, and new opportunities to prove the strength and ingenuity of the human spirit. Together, they had faced danger and emerged stronger. Alex knew that his connection to the planet, his mind, and Mara would continue to guide him through the unknown. The story of survival, trust, and human courage was far from over. The dawn light touched the alien forest gently, casting long shadows across the glowing plants. Alex rose from the tent, feeling a mix of excitement and calm determination. Today, Mara had promised, they would explore a region of the planet that few humans had ever reached. It was the final step in his training and the first real test of everything he had learned. "Are you ready?" Mara asked, her voice steady. Her eyes showed pride and trust. Alex nodded. "I am ready. Let's see what this world has to teach us today." They packed lightly, taking only essentials, observation tools, supplies, and the small devices Mara used to record patterns and energy flows. Alex felt confident. He had survived the crash, learned to navigate the terrain, and discovered a unique connection to the planet through his dreams and instincts. The journey began with careful steps through dense forests. Alex whispered soft phrases from his sleep patterns, noticing how the environment seemed to respond. Glowing plants shifted slightly, and faint paths became visible, guiding them forward. Mara watched closely, impressed by how Alex's mind continued to reveal hidden pathways. After several hours, they reached a high plateau overlooking a vast valley filled with streams of shimmering energy. The sight was breathtaking. Alex felt awe at the world's beauty and complexity. Mara stood beside him, quiet but clearly moved by the view. "This valley is unique," she said. "Few have seen it. It holds energy patterns that could teach us how the planet works. Observation and care are critical here." Alex nodded, taking careful notes and recording observations. He whispered soft phrases again, and subtle shifts in the energy became apparent. Mara realized that Alex's ability to connect with the planet, even through dreams, was remarkable. His mind provided insights that no instrument could measure. As they explored, they discovered a hidden passage leading to a small cavern. The entrance was covered with glowing vines, but Alex's whispered phrases revealed a safe path through them. Mara followed closely, documenting the patterns and energy flows inside the cavern. The cavern was filled with crystals that pulsed with light. Alex felt the hum of energy resonate with his own presence. He realized that his mind, his instincts, and his dreams were helping him communicate with the environment in a way that was almost natural. Mara watched silently, noting the subtle responses of the crystals to Alex's words. "This is extraordinary," she said softly. "You are helping us understand the planet in ways no one else could. Your mind works with it naturally. Humans are capable of more than they know." Alex felt a deep sense of pride and purpose. He understood now that survival was not just about strength or courage, it was about observation, connection, and awareness. The canyon, the valley, and the hidden paths had all taught him that the world responded to careful attention. As they exited the cavern, the sun began to set. The valley glowed in golden light, the streams shimmering, and the plants casting soft reflections across the rocks. Alex and Mara stood together, quiet for a moment, taking in the beauty and the lessons of the day. "Today, we have learned a lot," Mara said. You have proven that human ingenuity, careful observation, and trust in instincts can uncover secrets that seem impossible to see. This is the true power of the human mind. Alex smiled. I never imagined I could help in this way. My dreams, my instincts, they feel like a gift from this world. And you guided me every step of the way. Mara returned the smile, her eyes warm with admiration. You learned to trust yourself and the planet. That is why we succeeded. Together, humans and the world can achieve remarkable things. As night fell, they returned to the tent, tired but fulfilled. Alex felt stronger than ever, both physically and mentally. The journey had tested him, challenged him, and revealed a connection to the planet that he would never forget. Before sleep, Alex and Mara sat outside the tent for a moment, watching the glowing plants and listening to the soft sounds of alien life. Alex whispered a few phrases softly, and Mara noted how the environment responded. He understood that even in sleep, his mind continued to guide and connect him to the world. I feel ready for anything now, Alex said. I understand this planet better, and I know that I can adapt, survive, and even help others. You are ready, Mara replied. And tomorrow will bring new discoveries, new challenges, and new opportunities to prove the strength of the human spirit. Your journey has only just begun, but you have already shown courage, ingenuity, and connection. Alex closed his eyes that night with a sense of peace. He had faced danger, learned to trust himself and the planet, and discovered the power of human observation and courage. Mara kept her watch quietly, confident in his abilities and the future they would face together. The alien world stretched endlessly around them, full of mystery, energy, and life. But Alex knew now that with courage, awareness, and teamwork, humans could face the unknown and thrive. The story of survival, connection, and human ingenuity had reached a milestone, and the promise of more adventures lay just beyond the horizon. In the quiet of the night, Alex slept, ready to dream, to explore, and to continue proving that the human mind and heart could achieve remarkable things even in the most unfamiliar worlds.